How many of these swims have you done?
Good question. I think the first one was probably 86, 87.
So
but I've done, I've had years where I've just escorted my sister, and things swam with my wife, escorted her when I was dating her one year, and some years I wasn't able to do it. I was in school, so I don't know how many exactly, but yeah, probably 15, 20 somewhere.
And you've won this race how many times?
2 years. Yeah, I think 2000 and 2001.
And now you've got a bunch of the next young crew coming through behind you. How are those guys competing out there on the water?
Well, I coach the Akameme Swim Club, and there's a lot of young kids coming up that are going to be really, really good. And this race is very unique. It's got you need a lot of luck as well. It's not just tactics. There's so much to it. Where people are in the race, and then coming into the finish, your line you choose, and whether you get any waves at Kaiser's makes a big, big difference on the results. And I think some of those younger kids might have been beating me at one point, but I got a little lucky, I guess, coming in with a better line.
And as far as the conditions go, where does today rate?
It was gorgeous. I mean, you couldn't ask for better conditions out in the water as far as the stretch across. I mean, it was almost as close to a lake as you can get, which is really nice. The one thing that I wish would have been better was Kaiser's was pretty small. There wasn't much waves there, and for me, actually had no luck coming through. There's one set that came through after I had passed through, and that's the one thing you look forward to coming to the finish. You're hurting, you're suffering. You just want those, 15, 20 seconds to ride a wave and get that extra boost, but no luck this year.
And is age really a factor? I mean, there's a lot of experience that comes into any ocean activity, and could you expect people up to 40 years of age to win this, or is it going to be a young man's fitness game?
It's possible. I mean, there's just so much to this race. It's definitely comes into play. A lot of experience comes into play, and the line you take. You just have to set yourself up for a good race from the beginning. But this is a very, very competitive race. One of the most competitive I've seen as far as depth. We've got at least a couple world champions in the mix, and a lot of guys that are just phenomenal. We've got past winners that are always on top, that are finishing out of the top 10. And it's very, very competitive, which is great. It's so good to see.
And it's gaining in strength?
I hope so. I mean, it's the most competitive I've seen, so I would say, and I think as word gets around, more people want to come and do this race. It's such a beautiful race to do.
And the world champions you mentioned, do you know who some of those are here today?
Chip Peterson is one of them. I think he's world champion in 5 and 10K possibly, and Alex Meyer just won the world championships in the 25K. Just a couple right there, and then there's some other great guys that have been up there. There's Kane Radford that just won the Tiburon Mile last year from New Zealand, and which is a very competitive open water race as well.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for all your insight, and well done today.
Thank you so much.